Proximal convoluted tubule, structure and physiology. Nephron is the functional unit of kidney, and parts of nephron: approximated convoluted tubule, distal convoluted tubule, collecting duct. In between that is your glomerulus and loop of Henle. Basic renal processes: filtration, reabsorption, secretion, excretion. Filtration minus reabsorption plus secretion equals to excretion. Structure of proximal tubule: finger-like projection called microvilli. This is a proximal convoluted tubule cell. Mitochondria: highly enfolded plasma membrane, provides ATP, energy for reabsorption, active transport. Increased surface area, increased reabsorption. Proximal convoluted tubule has leaky tight junction. Segments of proximal tubule: S1, S2 and S3. So S1 segment is first half of the proximal tubule. Second half of proximal tubule plus first half of proximal straight tubule is second half. Third half is second half of proximal straight tubule, which is prone to ischemia, for example in shock. Thin segment of ascending limb, descending limb of loop of Henle, and this is the loop of Henle. Reabsorption: solute substance and proportion of filtrate substance which is reabsorbed. So sodium chloride 67%, that is 2/3 is reabsorbed. Water 67%, that is 2/3 is reabsorbed. Potassium 67%, that is 2/3 is reabsorbed. Urea 67%, that is 2/3 is reabsorbed. Equal amounts of sodium and water is reabsorbed. PCT fluid is isotonic. Calcium 70%, more than 2/3 is reabsorbed. Phosphate and bicarbonate 80%, more than 2/3 is reabsorbed. Glucose amino acid 100% is fully reabsorbed. Proximal convoluted tubule is the only segment which is absorbing glucose. Sodium reabsorption body: peritubular capillary. This is the proximal convoluted tubule cell, and this is the lumen, and this is the urine side. So the peritubular capillary has sodium, potassium, ATPase. Proximal convoluted tubule has sodium, potassium, ATP, and the lumen side of PCT has this channels: sodium hydrogen exchanger, NHE, major channel protein. SGLT2, sodium glucose co-transporter 2, sodium amino acid co-transporter, sodium phosphate co-transporter. Chlorine due to increased chlorine due to preferential absorption of sodium in early PCT, reabsorbed in later parts of PCT. The glucose reabsorption: peritubular capillary, PCT cell and lumen. SGLT2, 100% reabsorption of glucose. Carrier protein is secondary active transport, can get saturated. Blockers of SGLT2 is canagliflozin, empagliflozin, sotagliflozin. It reduced absorption and increased excretion of glucose. The reduced reabsorption used to manage diabetes mellitus, increase accretion of glucose, increase bacterial growth, UTI, especially in older people. Saturation of SGLT2 at 200 mg per deciliter of plasma glucose, 375 mg per deciliter glucose is transport maximum. Saturation of SGLT2, excretion of excess glucose, splay, deviation in reabsorption curve due to diverse heterogeneous nephrons, different TMG. Transport rate, TMG, maximum glucose transport, maximum glucose is 375, and this is the plasma glucose concentration. So splay is, it can absorb up to 375 and then plateau due to saturation. Excretion will happen, renal glycosuria, filtered level at glomerulus. We will continue with water reabsorption in the next video.